Hello to 150,000 new people who are following me in this past month alone. I figured it's time to share some things about myself because mostly we just and which is really but here's some more things about me. Reiki saved my life back in 2011 when I went off to college and I realized that the education system was designed to literally brainwash us. They sit us in these tiny little plastic chairs which turn off our glutes, which is literally our source of power and ability to move forward. Got really depressed, ate some magic mushrooms, had a whole awakening, came back home to San Diego where I was born and raised, got into Reiki, got super into spirituality, stopped eating meat, started doing a bunch of yoga, learned how to play a bunch of sound healing instruments, started going to healing retreats. At one point, I was probably the highest paid Reiki master teacher in the world. I know that sounds kind of a weird spiritual flex, but I was literally on islands healing billionaires. And I'm not saying that to impress you, but I've been around the ropes. I see what works, I see what doesn't, and that's actually a part of my design as a 3-5 reflector. I'm here to just pick things up, break them, find out what doesn't work, and then reflect back to you or whoever's around me, my community, my tribe, my family, what works and what doesn't. Then I moved to Hawaii and my entire life changed. I was coming here for brotherhood retreats, and that's where I met my best friend Pasha, who was also obsessed with human design similar to me, but he kind of came at it from the physical side. He was a personal trainer, fixed his own scoliosis, got people out of wheelchairs. Me, I'm working on the energetic side, doing Reiki with people, working on their emotional, subtle, spiritual, mental bodies. He's working with their physical bodies, and we just collided like a particle accelerator or sound thing. We became best friends and realized that we were both on the same mission. We were both approaching the top of the mountain, walking towards the center of town, just from different directions. And when we met, it felt like we were on a peak. And then we saw the next peak that we were going to. We all know what's coming, right? AI is getting better at an unprecedented rate. VR is right there. AR is right there. We're about to flip a switch that we cannot flip back from, unless you have the type of training that me and Pasha are doing. And we're not the only ones doing it. We're just the only ones doing it in the way that we're doing it. We've combined human design with biomechanics, Reiki, sensory training. We've literally looked at what makes a human being a human being. And in this age where technology is going to strip away a lot of our identity, not just physically taking our jobs, but physically taking our identity, our ability to find value in the things that we do in society, which a lot of the times the things that we do in society are have made up value systems. They're not actually real value. You can't eat the money in your wallet or the credit card or debit card in your wallet. That world is not really coming. It's already here. It's got its foot in the door. And so we created a community where we could help people recognize their own humanity. We're not here to teach our method or claim that we have the answer. We've just really found it within ourselves, the way of training the nervous system, the way of training the psyche, so that we can actually be ourselves sustainably. It's not something we have to force or fake. The sacral calibrations, which might be the reason why you're following me in the first place, is literally just the first step to discerning the difference between the external authorities and the internal authorities. And it's not just entirely about you, what's going on for you, the internal authority. It's also about the external authority, but there's a harmony that needs to be had. And most people are either too heavy in the external or too heavy in the internal. Okay, so this is something that you'll probably learn about me. I usually somehow find a way to pivot the conversation back to the mission, which is future-proofing the parts of humanity that are willing to future-proof themselves. I know this video was supposed to be hey, these are some things about me, but if you want to know more, you can ask questions in the comments. And if you're a part of humanity that is ready to save itself, comment the word calibrating and I'll invite you to our community.